If you're like me and you kind of tire with all the drama that you see on Facebook and you're looking for maybe a different option, somewhere else to go, I'm going to go through three different sites that I've really looked into, at least enough that I can give you guys some information, and I'm going to do some comparisons here. Of course, I want them to look like Facebook. That's what feels like home. So the things I looked into to compare these three sites were speed, likability, and the ones that are most like Facebook. Now, when I looked at speed, honestly, I didn't see a difference between all three of the sites and Facebook for that matter. Likability, that's a personal preference. And I'll tell you which one I like the best in the end. But also the ones that most like Facebook, and that kind of plays into the whole likability thing because I think we're all looking for something that feels more like home. People don't like change, so they like to see things that look the same. But when you move to a new house, you're kind of setting your things all up kind of the same way, and that's where I'm going to compare things. So here's my only fear: you don't want something that's so much like Facebook that they get sued, lawsuits, and they get taken down. There was a place called Gab.com, I think it was called Gab.com, but that one got sued and it got taken down. It's gone. So I don't want to be a part of that and invest all that time. And that's my only fear with this. So whether or not that happens or not, well, I guess time will tell. So let's talk about Parler. Parler was one of them that I had originally said this is the one I'm going to go to because I'm kind of tired of Facebook. I didn't entirely go over there because, well, quite frankly, it's not home. It doesn't feel right. We talked about that most like Facebook or even likability. This isn't it. It feels like Twitter. There are no friends to accept. They friends subscribe to you. The other thing I didn't like about it is that whenever you make posts, it doesn't do screen grabs, meaning like right here you see this YouTube link. I posted this, and it on the other post, like over on Facebook, this is the same post, but it did a screen grab of the image from the War Pig song that I did. And so this one just gives you a link. I don't like that. Um, and there are no groups. There are no groups to, like if I wanted to get more and learn more about like let's say arcade games. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, there are no user arcade. It's all people's opinions. Plus, this is very right wing. And that was another thing I was afraid of. I didn't want to get too involved in politics. So this one seems like it's very right wing. And just for the record, I am not left. I am not right. I would say that I'm financially conservative but morally liberal. So in other words, gay rights, even Black Lives Matter. There are parts of that I really like. It's just that the left is so overboard with some of the things that they say and do that it scares the crap out of me. That's where I'm at right now. It doesn't mean that my life can't change. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the politics of this all because I don't want people chiming in on that. Please ignore that if you want to know more about my political affiliation and my feelings on that. Just write me personally. You don't have to post a message in this thread. At any rate, let's and then so Parler is not something I feel is close enough. Let's talk about mines. Now, look at what I did with here. By the way, I tried to make them look as much like what Facebook. I want to make it look like home. So here's my cover photo, and this is my profile picture. There's the cover photo. There's the profile picture. I like it. Let's go to Mines. Mines, they changed it up a little bit. They put the profile picture in the center, but this feels pretty cool. It even does the screen grab, and the formatting looks pretty cool. I like the way this feels. Um, and Mines has a really interesting way of doing things where when you're posting things, you can boost them. You can boost a post. So how does that work? Like you click this boost button, and then you could say, "Oh, it's going to cost tokens." Now, what are tokens? I tried to look into that because I wanted to get an idea what that is. So Minds uses a cryptocurrency, and the way you earn them is for interacting with the site and creating content. So, or you can purchase them. It looks like you can even buy them. Mine's grayed out. I'm not sure why, but whatever. That's a way for people to for them to, I guess, make money because it's got to stay in business. How are they gonna make money? If you're not putting up like ads, like Facebook puts ads all over the place, as you know. I don't see any in my news feed or on my profile page. I guess they don't do it unless I'm on my news feed. Anyway, um, but it feels comfortable. You could do groups, which is nice. That's a lot like Facebook. Facebook has groups, so that feels comfortable. Um, and then so it's close. It's close. It feels good. So let's go over to Codias, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not sure. Um, but this one if looks probably the most like Facebook. I mean, look at that. It's got all the buttons up here. You got newsfeed, home. I mean, it's a beautiful representation. The thing I didn't like about it is that when you go to post a message, if you notice here, I've got extra carriage returns underneath here. And what I mean by that is that you can't, like if I was type the word test and then I hit enter, that's fine. But if I type test again and then hold down shift and hit enter, so I can do like a carriage return, but don't, it's like a half inch carriage return, and I write test again. When I go to post it, now realize these are underneath each other. When I go to post it, look at this, it puts them right on top of each other, like that. And then you go to edit it, and you're like, what the heck? So you have to do a full carriage return to get rid of it. That's why this post doesn't look the same. I don't like that. That's the only thing I think I don't like about it. The other thing that's different from Facebook, I've noticed that here, like you saw, I can edit that or delete it. Over here, I made this post a little while ago, and I am not able to edit it anymore. There's some kind of a time limit before you can't edit it. You're able to create groups in Codias, and what they tout as being a kind of a cool thing is that they want transparency, like who's the person that created. So there are different people, and there's accountability on pages that get created. So that's nice. So this one I think feels the most like Facebook. Now, is it right leaning? Is this going to be just an influx of just right wing propaganda? I hope not. So that's where we're at. That's what I've come to understanding out of these three different sites. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post a message in this thread, and I'll try to answer it the best way I can. Maybe I can do a little bit more research if you have any questions I can look into. But I think I'm leaning toward Codias. I do love Minds, the way that works out. I do not like Parler. I'm not into. It feels too much like Twitter. So and I just looking for something that feels more like home. This is home. It's littered with garbage. So anyway, thank you for listening. I know this is a little bit of a long message, but hopefully you got something out of it. Take care.